Good afternoon, sir. I'm Dan Michael Centeno Claveria. Breathing apparatus and tongue evacuating equipment. Breathing apparatus is a device that facilitates breathing in case of respiratory failure. Synonyms: breathing device, breathing machine, ventilator. Breathing apparatus is provided to help you safely evacuate a confined space. If the gas monitoring equipment indicates a problem with the atmosphere, it will also help sustain life if you get into difficulties whilst in a confined space until you can be rescued by the emergency services. A self-contained breathing apparatus, sometimes referred to as a compressed air breathing apparatus or CABSA, or simply breathing apparatus, is a device worn to provide breathable air in an atmosphere that is immediately dangerous to life or health. They are typically used in firefighting and industry. The term is self-contained means that is not dependent or remote supply breathing gas. If designed for use underwater, it is also known as scuba set underwater breathing apparatus. When not used underwater, they are sometimes called industrial breathing. Unofficial names include air pack, air tank, oxygen cylinder, or simply pack, which are mostly used in firefighting. A compressed air breathing apparatus is a type of respiratory protection equipment that provides breathable air from cylinders containing compressed air. It is used for firefighting rescue workers. The Bendor evac is designed to safely and effectively aid in plate tank evacuation without the need of costly pump or compressor setups that require ongoing maintenance. The tool is of welded construction, lightweight, and easy to use. It has zero moving parts and has no source of ignition. It has been designed especially for the propane industry by propane professionals. Evacuating a propane tank has never been easier. Tank evacuation can now be performed your delivery drivers while they are on their routes. The carrying the Venture evac in the toolbox of your bulk truck, additional server personnel are not required. Here is the example of breathing apparatus. Resuscitators. A resuscitator is a device using positive pressure to inflate the lungs of an unconscious person who is not breathing, in order to keep them oxygenated and alive. There are three basic types: a manual version, also known as a valve mask, consisting of a mask and a large hand squeeze plastic valve, using ambient air or with supplemental oxygen from a high pressure tank. The second type is the expired air or breath powered resuscitator. The first appearance of the second type was the Broke Airway, introduced in 1957. The third type of an oxygen-powered resuscitator. These are driven pressurized gas delivered by a regulator and can either or manually controlled. The most popular type gas-powered resuscitator are time-cycled volume constant ventilators. In the early days, the pre-hospital emergency services cycle device as the were popular yielded less than satisfactory result. One of the first modern resuscitator ventilators was the HARP, later called the 2R or yellow box. Most modern resuscitators are designed to allow patient breathe on his own should her recovery to the ability to do as all resuscitator deliver 85% oxygen and the gas source is available. Devices that are positive pressure to manually respirate patient who compromise breathing. Lungs expel the air due to their natural electricity. This device typically temporarily until patient can be transferred for a medical ventilator. Resuscitators are much smaller than ventilators, making them effective for emergency medical treatment. There are four types of resuscitators. Manual resuscitators require an individual to intermittently compress and decompress a handled bag that is connected to a face mask. Manual resuscitators come in two sizes: adult or pediatric resuscitator are for children. Pediatric resuscitator come with a pop-up valve. When pressure goes above a set limit, the pop-up valve allows pressure to escape when the pressure gets too high to prevent damaging the child's lungs. The adult resuscitators do not come with a pop-up valve. Self-implementing resuscitator have an air inlet, refill the bag, and an oxygen inlet valve, O2 from a reservoir. Individual must still compress the bag into initiate respiration. Gas-powered resuscitators are driven pressure gas delivered to a regulator The resuscitator are powered from a 50 oxygen and connected to a standard 15 and 22 circuit fitting for face mask tubes. Gas-powered resuscitator are superior to manual resuscitator because they can deliver 100% oxygen and they require little extraction to ventilate the patient. Gas-powered resuscitator are recommended for use on adults and for infants, small children. This is the example of resuscitators equipment. Rescue and escape equipment, evacuation. Escape and rescue provide a means for personnel to leave their area of work where the incident is taking place. Provide a safe area or temporary refuge where a personnel can gather until the incident is brought under control. Our lifting safety pole arrest equipment rescue category is very enlightening and covers two main disciplines for people working at height. We sell rescue equipment for retrieval, rescuing a fallen person. To comply with the working at height directive, the employer must provide a rescue plan, and this means providing the equipment and training to enable the person fallen to be speedily rescued. Working at height also includes working below ground. A rescue plan must also be in place for persons not directly exposed to a fall when there is no practical means of egress should the person become incapacitated. For example, rescues from overhead crane. If the crane bridge is rails, rescue system can be supplied to remote rescue without exposing the rescuer to potential fall by using a remote extending rescue pole. Thought it also means that there is no need to use rope access techniques to connect to the fallen worker to the rescue tackle. Emergency evacuation is when the worker needs to egress quickly. For example, if emergency escape from an oil platform or working on a crane bridge, there is a fire in working area. We offer a very good range of kits and equipment for both rescues and for self-evacuation for premium height safely manufacturers. So please consider contacting us for competitive quotation. Example of rescue and escape equipment. Thank you.